Hey everyone, so today I'll be going through a setup process, unboxing and setup process of the MK4. I've ordered a brand new one, so I'll be guiding you from A to Z how you can use it, do the entire setup. So let's get started. As you can see here, the moment you receive your Coldcard, it will look like this. Everything else you see is from my side. And the cable that I will be using is my own cable. So if you buy one of these, you will definitely need one USB-C cable, okay? So make sure you use definitely a trustworthy cable. This one that I'm using is from Apple, so that's a good one, but you can also buy one directly from Coldcard, but please make sure that the cable you're using must be trustworthy and it must also transfer data, okay? Over the long term, I know there is other ways how you can do air gap signing, but we don't use that. We use data transfer over cable because it's the most reliable way to transfer data and it's also the most user-friendly way. So let's jump right into it. I have here the Coldcard MK4. I'm going to open it up and there we go. Okay, so there it is. Wow, this is beautiful. Orange like Bitcoin, and we have a wallet backup card, and we have this barcode here. And this barcode here is actually very useful. You will see in a moment why this is useful. This card, you can use this card. It's basically your backup card that you can write down your Bitcoin password or Bitcoin seed phrase, as we call it, or mnemonic words. And basically, the reason I use my own paper is because this is a very, very small and tiny version of mine. So I'm not very comfortable to write things down here because it will look very, very small. Okay, so let me actually turn this one on. So you want to remove this plastic and you can actually put it right in the back of the device like this, and then you want to connect it to your computer, and there we go. So the first thing you see here is the terms of condition or terms of sale of Coldcard. So you want to scroll down with number 8 and you want to press OK to accept the terms. So this button here is OK. And after you press OK, it will immediately show you this number. Okay. So this number is supposed to be the same number you have on this barcode. And the reason they do this is basically for security reasons. They want to make sure that on the way to your address, when this device was shipped to you, nothing actually was tampered here, and you want to make sure that the device has not been manipulated by anybody on its way. So that's why they put this barcode here and number, and you want to check if this number is matching with your Coldcard, which it does in our case. Perfectly fine. Wonderful. And then it says your new Coldcard should have arrived sealed in a bag with the number above. Make sure a moment to confirm the number and look for any signs of tampering. Okay. Take pictures and contact support at Coldcard if you have concerns. Okay. Confirm. Now on the next page, as you can see, it wants us to choose a PIN code. Now PIN codes on the Coldcard are a little bit special. It's not like any hardware wallet. You have to divide your PIN into two parts. So there's the prefix and there's a suffix. So you can also see it here on their wallet backup card. It actually shows the first part and the second part of the PIN. And the reason they actually make a separation is because they want to give you an additional anti-phishing method so nobody can tamper with your Coldcard. So the moment you choose the PIN code This is just a warning that you cannot reset the pin or factory setting the Coldcard. You have to scroll all the way down and press 6 that it confirms you read the message. Okay, now when you pick the pin number, this is very important. You choose any number between 1 and 4. Okay, so it can be, excuse me, so it can be any 8-digit number or 4-digit number. So you can pick any 4-digit number first. So I will pick now 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I'm gonna write it down here. 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the first part of my pin, and I make a dash, okay, which is the separation. And then it will show me 2 words, okay? This is the anti-phishing words. So I write these also down, enter, ticket, okay? And after I do that and enter, it will ask me for the second part of the pin, and I can choose any number. So 8, 5, for example. It can be also 2 digits, 8, 5. Now it wants me to repeat. So it says put first part of the pin again. So I'll put again 4, 5, 6, 7. And as you can see, it shows the exact same words that I wrote down, enter and ticket. That's how I know that I put the first part of my pin correctly. And if it would show other words, that means I either put the wrong pin or something was done with my device, whatever. When I was absent, somebody tampered with my device. So that's how you know nobody has actually touched your device. Then I put the second part of the pin, 8, 5. There we go. And now, as you can see, it says new seed words, right? So seed words are basically your main Bitcoin password. Okay, we call it seed phrase as well. This is basically the secret that opens the door to your Bitcoin. This is very, very sensitive information, and you have to write this down on a piece of paper, not on your phone, not on anything digital, but on something physical. And you want to make sure that underneath the paper you write it down, there can be no marks on anything, so nobody can actually see these words ever. Okay, this is very important. Never keep a digital copy of these words. And if somebody sends you an email and says, hey, your wallet is in danger, you need to put these 12 or 24 words into this software, you never ever want that, because the moment you do that, your Bitcoin is gone. Okay, so this is very important that you keep these words offline, completely offline. And if you want, you can also get a metal plate where you stamp these 12 or 24 words onto metal to make sure it's also fire resistant and so on and so forth. Okay, so now it says new seed words, and it also says import existing. So if you had already your seed phrase and you bought a new device, you could actually import your old seed phrase into this device by going to import existing. Okay, but since this is a completely new setup, we're gonna say new seed words. And now I can choose between 12 or 24 words or advanced. For the sake of this video, I'm going to choose 12 words. If you're doing a multi-sig, in my opinion, picking 12 words is more than enough. Even if you're doing a single sig is more than enough. But some people are more comfortable with 24 words. It's up to you, okay? From a security standpoint, it doesn't make a difference, okay? So I'm gonna go for 12 words because it's much, much easier. And now it's going to show me all these 12 words that I need to write down, and I'm going to do that. Okay, I wrote down all 12 words, as you can see, and now when I press OK, it's going to start to ask me questions. Word 10 is, okay, so this is a quiz. The device wants to make sure that you did everything correctly. And I'm going to go through this quiz now to answer all of the words. So it says word 10 is, and I go back to my writing here and look at the 10th word, and I see, okay, word number 10 is rely. And here, rely is number 1. You see here? Number 1. And since number 1 is the right word, I just press 1. And now it says word 12 is debris. Debris is 2, so I press 2. Word 2 is dust. That's number 1. Word 4 is guide. That's number 2. Word 9 is harbor. That's number 2. Word 3 is similar. That's number 3. Word 6 is expired. That's also number 3. Word 7 is dentist. That's number 1. Word 8 is since. That's number 1. Word 11 is aspect. That's number 2. Word 1 is grant. That's number 2. Number 5 is roast, and that's it. Okay? Now we answered all of the quiz questions, and we should be now good to go. Perfect. Now it says, welcome, your Coldcard has been configured for the best security practices, and by default it disables USB and NFC and so on and so forth. We say okay, and we're done. So this is how you unbox your Coldcard MK4 and do your basic backup for this device and use it for your Sparrow wallet, your Liana wallet, Smart Vault, or any software that you like. If you want to combine this with another hardware wallet, if you would like to do a multi-sig, that's how you have to set up each and every single device. So after you do this setup, you can continue and you can actually take this backup and put it in a very, very secure place, and you can continue the configuration on the software that you choose to use. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.